Oh, back again, Alex with Drillman, jack of all, master of none. Okay, I had this protective piece. This is kind of the felt that your window passes in between to help keep dirt and other debris and likely water too, although I don't know how much water it actually keeps out because it works beautifully, very powered now. There's a support bar right here that goes across, kind of helps support the door, and I think it's the only one, but it's rusting. Now, it's not getting a lot of stuff. It's not rusting bad, but it is rusting, so it could just be the moisture from winter and whatnot, though there is a bit of a gap at the bottom of my door, so that could be it too. But let's bring this down again. There we go. So yes, I had pulled this up, this side, kind of get, or even work on the edge and just pull it up. All it does is kind of pin itself onto this metal lip of an edge. Do I have it right? Oop, nope, not completely. See if I can shove it over a little bit. Now I can shove it the other way. There we go. See if I can balance it. Close enough. Okay, so the other side works the same way. So I just pulled up this side right here. The other side works pretty much the same way, but this one's a lot easier to get to. Just pull that up. And this one you can't just yank up any direction because this goes underneath the mirror assembly. Though that's not going to stop you, that will not stop you from getting it out. I kind of grabbed over here. This is after I had the inner piece out, and also grabbed right underneath there. So get in there, pinch, and kind of, yeah, wiggle and pull it up. Make sure you pull this side up first, and then it pulls out. So that gave me the most available room to get the window itself out. And as I'll show you right now, works great. I may have to do some adjusting. That's a little off up here in the corner. But, it works. So before, the window was actually, it wouldn't go up and down as consistent. There are parts where it'd be strong and parts where it'd be weak. And here's the old one, as I trip on a different project. Okay, there is some tidbits to be aware of. This one, let's see if I can show it to you. Okay, you got the rail system that keeps that pin or whatever that piece is in there. And if you can see right next to, in front of my nail there, part of this metal that wraps and keeps this ball end in there, plastic, whatever it is, curves down. It's a restraint system to keep this thing from coming out of the rail. Now the new one, I hadn't noticed it. I'm telling you so you can try to pay attention. The new one doesn't have these ends, and you can even see it right here, just a tad bit. As you can see, complete, and then it just drops down. So both top and bottom, it helps to secure and keep that from falling out. The new one doesn't do that. These rails are open all the way. Instead, right in the middle of the metal, they punched a detent. A nice 16th inch detent. This one side was not actually in there. So I had to get a chunk of wood, where is it? That chunk of wood right there. Drop it in, slide it all the way over, make sure the window was up, plugged in, it works better, the new one at least. So then I angled the rail system, angled the wood up, so as it went down, the rail system would kind of catch it, and I would go as far as it could, as far as the motor would power it. And using that rubber mallet and that chunk of wood, I kindly hammered on this end right here and kept hammering and hammering until I got it past the detent. Granted, this probably would have been much easier had I not put it in there to begin with. Another thing to watch out for is this thing slides. So this one can be confusing when you put it in. You might, okay, and I'll show you how. It doesn't want to show. Okay, if you take a look, wrong way. The one on my index finger over here is shallow. This other one right above my foot now has more space from the back frame to what it fastens into. I actually initially bolted them in backwards. The window will function, but this is going to keep brushing up against it. And you're going to hear it pretty quick. So all I had to do was unbolt them. Just stick my hand in there. There we go. Actually, sorry. This was the correct orientation. It should be set this way with the deeper end closer to the driver's side door latch, and this one aiming towards the motor. Now, I was a little curious. Technically all of this can be separated from this. Ooh, that's a little kind of gooey. By those 3 bolts right there. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it's easier to judge if I'm looking at it. So yeah, if you take those 3 bolts out, you actually should be able to remove this entire piece. Now, actually, I'm getting goo all over me. I'm going to try it real quick, because you might be able to utilize this. Yes, I'm a hand tool guy. I do have power tools. I can do it fast, but sometimes I just like doing it the old-fashioned way. Wow, come on. Just tough enough that I can't undo it with fingers. So this is where you would get the option, oh, do you want just the motor or you want the whole assembly? Again, I've got a 2000 Ram, 1500, so half ton. Yeah, my truck was made back before Dodge and Ram split. If I'm correct, whoa! Well, now you know what happens because of that spring. Right there. And I have no doubt, but yep, it was like that. There we go. So it now lost its place because, so this is going to be its own fun because this whole armature is still hooked on that spring. And the only part of this that hooks that spring is this center. And this is not a light duty spring. Might look small, palm of your hand sort of small, but it fights. So yeah, now this just released. So yes, it is possible to take the motor only and swap it out. But if you do that, I would highly recommend have the without the window in, take everything out, take the window out, and run this all the way down or all the way up. Actually, all the way down works better because then you can actually pull this out and it's much easier to get out through that small hole in the door. So, but run it all the way down and perhaps mark the end. Somehow, paint, marker, tape, your choice. Mark the end where that motor is sitting because it might work on its memory. And who's to say, I don't know if you get the new one and manage to get it here, or here, it's going to know for certain. I haven't troubleshooted that part yet. But if you want to stay safe and somewhat smart, work it to an end. Mark which end that is. And you might need a second pair of hands for this. Yeah, I think so. And possibly a pry bar. I don't need it anymore. I just replaced the whole shebang, so not going to bother with that. Although there was still some inconsistency with the window up and down. It's working powerful now, the way I'm used to it years ago. But the switch is getting weathered, it's getting worn, and there was some inconsistency. It's like it would go up, or there would be times where I'm trying to do something, the switch is in, or the key is in, turned to on, so I always have power, but I'd be click, 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 up, down. It wouldn't go either way. Now it does, as you can see. So I called to have this, so now it's working just fine. This is probably a lot easier to open up and get to, but I found out that that little bugger for my truck is just under $100. Go figure. Bunch of people going by on quads and everything. So if I'm correct, for this little guy, carefully undo everything. So it's open on this end for the white plug. Pry, pry, pry. I just be prying. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and the same on that side. So just carefully pry it off. Pick yourself up some dielectric grease. Grease the ends just to make sure everything is good. Can't hurt to probably even do those while you have it open. My suggestion, not telling you, your choice. I'm going to be replacing these door panel fasteners. I've had this door open I don't know how many times, so these are really weathered and beat up. Very highly ineffective at this point, so I'm going to get new ones. All right, so that's it. And yeah, there we go. You can see it. Armature's in. Let's see. Hard to see some of it. Yeah. That little bit that you're seeing right there, that's actually from trying to hammer that in. Like I said, right there is the detent. And I think that this one of these had got pried up a little bit, so it bit in and deformed that plastic. But there's the detent. That's on both ends. And I don't know why they didn't put this one in before that happened. Don't know why. But the same thing for the... out of my way, please. Thank you. So there's the upper, lower, and these are the only other ones that have that the notched. So loosen them helps. That way, as soon as you take all these out, the whole thing doesn't just drop. Keeps it there. Depending on where you have the window control last set at, this one is probably, the bottom one is probably not going to come out so simple and freely. You might be able to get this one out, just lift, pivot. This one might fight, but you're probably going to have to pivot the motor a little bit more. It wasn't too difficult to get it out or in at all, just heads up on that. And as far as these felts, I just took, just to clean it out and make sure it was in potentially better condition for when I put it back in, I simply took a vinyl brush. Where'd it go? My dog is guarding it. Not copper, not steel, just vinyl or whatever this is, plastic brush, and cleaned it off. You could probably use a toothbrush, which would be even more gentle. I just wanted to get the any hard bits out and brush it off nicely. So, yippee, hooray! This is, like I said, 2000 Ram 1500 with a 5.9, and now the window does operate well. Versus before, I could not guarantee if I hit the switch, it would even turn off. There's the old one. Poor thing. You're 24, as far as I know, unless I've replaced it. I'm going to presume what I'm dealing with has been on there since the truck was at the factory. So that thing did a good job. 24 years. It's not barely rusted. Still looks good. I would actually be very tempted to buy a new motor, install it, and store this away, because then I have one. Though I would be kind of curious. This is the only other thing I'd be curious about, and I have to look at. Well, this is the driver's side. I know the setup would probably be a little different for the passenger side, but I'm wondering if this, the motor, the mounting and the motor orientation and all would be the same. Even with this being somewhat different for the passenger side, I wonder if the motor and everything would be, the setup would be similar. If so, it can't hurt. Buy another one, at least I have a motor then. The rest of this, the goo is even on there, so you can't say it's not lubricated. I know for a fact that the motor now was actually on its way out. Yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Besides weather, a little dirt, a little grime. Nothing's busted, nothing's broken, besides the poor motor's getting worn out. But that's 20 plus years. It's done a good job. Sorry for my chit chat. There you go. Hope this information's benefited you. If it has, I would ask you to subscribe, even like. I don't add videos all the time, but once in a while when I do, perhaps you will. Perhaps when I do, you might take an interest. I don't do a heck of a lot on my motorcycle, some here and there. Car is taking up some attention too. I just got the high pressure power steering line put in. That was fun. That was several days and a few nights. Not a heck of a lot, but enough to be puzzled. To where you have to sit and think, maybe this. And I had to work most of the next days, so it's like, I need to get something to eat tonight. I need to get my meals ready for tomorrow. Fun. So, yay, it's going to be a multi-day project. Flies get on my face. So take care. God bless, and do not stop learning, my friends. Take care.